As a youngster growing up in Illinois in a town with the unlikely name of Paw Paw, Wes Coss loved flying almost before he could walk and talk. When most kids wanted bicycles or baseball bats, Wes found great joy in sending off an advertisement he cut out of a local paper for a Piper airplane. Well, they did not send him an airplane. They did mail out a large color photograph of one of their aircraft. Some of Wes's happiest days were spent working at the local airport, and so when World War II came along and America was initially not involved, Wes took off and joined the Royal Canadian Air Force. It was only when the U.S. joined the fray in December 1941 that Wes realized his dream of flying for an American organization might actually come true. He then joined what was the United States Army Air Force. Deciding that flying a bomber was what he wanted, he became a Flying Fortress or B-17 pilot and was, after training in the United States, sent over to North Africa, where he began the first of his mandatory 50 missions. When he was posted to Italy at an airbase in Foggia, it was the beginning of an incredible adventure that, unless you knew it to be fact, often sounded more like some Hollywood make-believe movie. On his 21st mission, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's ask Wes about that first fateful flight. Today's Do You Know Where This is actually a really interesting bridge. And if you look at my expression on my face, you may wonder why I'm so frightened. Well, when you know where the bridge is and what it is, you too would probably be frightened. I'll give you a clue. It's somewhere north of the border, and the question is, do you know where this is? Answer coming up at the end of the show. You were on your 21st mission when near the target your B-17 was attacked by some German fighters. Tell us, Wes, what happened to your crew?
On January 27, 1944, my bomb group, the 99th, and we're based in Italy, Foggia, Italy, were assigned to attack the target in South France of Salon-de-Provence. That airfield was being used by the Germans to fortify and to help in the defense of the Anzio beachhead. It was a maximum effort, and we had 36 airplanes airborne for the flight. As we approached the target, after a long trip over water and crossing the coast of France in the area of Toulon, we encountered some flak, and then we approached our initial point, which is Aix-en-Provence, made our left turn over Aix. I was in the third element of the far left squadron, which means that I was in about the farthest away from the protection of the main part of the group and squadron.
Isn't that what they call tail end Charlie?
Well, I was next door to tail end Charlie. I had been tail end Charlie earlier, and somebody turned around and I moved up one.
Okay.
I wish I still was tail end Charlie. But anyway, we were the easiest to pick off, and the fighters came up. The first two were Me-109s. They came in at about 11 o'clock, which is just a little to the left of dead center on us. They were below us. They were climbing, and they shot out the number 2 engine, which is this engine. I was able to feather the prop, which means I could streamline the prop and I could get the engine to completely stop. And we resumed our position in formation with the 3 engines, and about a minute later, 2 FW-190s, German fighters, came in from about the same direction but slightly lower, and I could see the guns blazing on the wingtips, and I could feel the airplane being hit.
I hope your gunners were returning their fire, right?
Yes, they were. Of course, the upper turret couldn't get a shot, but the other gunners were, especially those two in the nose, were shooting, and the ball turret.
The noise must have been terrible.
When the upper turret was fired, the noise was absolutely deafening. It really rang your bell. Anyway, these two FW-190s came in, and we knew we were hit hard. Now, the number one engine was hit, and it was so badly damaged that I couldn't feather the propeller.
But it didn't catch fire.
And not immediately. It just shook really bad. And the runaway propeller was a tremendous amount of drag, dragging us out of the formation, dragging us to the left, and also causing us to start to descend some to maintain control of the airplane.
Wes, just so our viewers know, what does a runaway propeller mean?
It's a tremendous amount of drag. It's
Okay.
like a barn door
Wow.
hanging out there on your left wing. And then it caught fire. And I was able to struggle back into formation once more, but we salvoed our bombs. Told the bombardier we're going to salvo, and I pulled the red handle to allow the bombs to fall away.
And you did that because?
I did that because I want to lighten the airplane by 6,000 pounds. We had 12 500-pound bombs on board, and this helped some, and I almost got back into formation before two Me-109s came in from the right below and shot up the underside of the right wing, causing me to lose the turbo supercharger on number 3 engine, and also start losing fuel from the left wing. I'm sorry, losing fuel from the right wing.
It's probably my English sense of humor, but did you feel, hey guys, can't you leave us alone?
I felt I was being picked on. I also knew that we were in a no-win situation. There's no way we could get home, no way we could even get to emergency base in Corsica. So I decided that I needed to order the bailout, rang the bailout bell, and then said on the intercom, bail out, bail out, bail out.